Hello. Today we will discuss about quadrilaterals. Okay. So quadrilateral, first of all, the properties of a quadrilateral. What is it? Definition and then property. What is the quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is a closed figure which is having four angles, four sides, four vertices. Four angles, four sides, and four vertices. This type of figure is a quadrilateral. A, B, C, and D. Four sides, four angle, four vertices. Okay. Property of quadrilateral, which I told you in the previous chapter, we have discussed about sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. Here, sum of four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay. How we prove it? Simple. If you can join from A to C, it becomes two triangle, triangle ABC and triangle ADC. Sum of three angles of triangle 180 plus 180, which makes 360 degree. So that means one property of the quadrilateral, that is angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. That is one basic property of the quadrilateral, which is having four angles and the sum of four angles is equal to 360 degree. Now discuss about the types of quadrilateral. Types of quadrilaterals. Types of quadrilaterals. Types of quadrilateral. First thing, number one. In a quadrilateral, because everything, whatever the types which we are discussing about here, everything which are derived from the quadrilateral only. Quadrilateral, that means one pair of opposite side is parallel, like this. One pair of opposite side is parallel. Suppose this is parallel. Okay. One pair of opposite side is parallel. AB is parallel to DC. What is it? AB is parallel to DC. That means it is called trapezium. What is it? It is trapezium. So you will remember that only one pair of opposite side is parallel. That means it is a trapezium. It's okay. One thing. Number two, if both the pairs of quadrilateral, are parallel, like this. Both the pairs, they are parallel and they are parallel. Means AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. Both the pairs are parallel, then it becomes a parallelogram. Okay. Third one is if opposite sides are parallel and all sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel and all sides are equal. Then it becomes a rhombus. And finally, all sides are equal, opposite sides are equal and parallel, and interior angle is 90 degree. Then it is a square. Before a square, one more thing, it is a parallelogram. In this parallelogram, if you will make one interior angle is 90 degree, like this. Opposite sides are equal and parallel. Interior angle is 90 degree. Then it is a rectangle. One shape is also there in which adjacent sides are equal. adjacent sides are equal. That is a shape of kite. By the way, it is not used in questions, but we'll remember these things. So, one thing, property of quadrilateral, sum of four angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. Types of quadrilateral, number one, in a quadrilateral only one sides of a quadrilateral is parallel, then it is a trapezium. If both the sides are parallel, it is a parallelogram. If both the sides are parallel and one interior angle is 90 degree, it becomes a rectangle. If all sides are equal and all opposite sides are parallel and all sides are equal, then it is a rhombus. If all sides are equal, all sides are equal and all sides opposite sides are parallel. One interior angle is 90 degree, then it is a square. Okay. Will you remember this? See, you can understand and you can note in this way, like there is a quadrilateral. In a quadrilateral, we know that one thing, all sides are different, all angles are different. Okay. If opposite sides are parallel, only one pair of opposite side is parallel, it becomes trapezium. Both the pairs are parallel, opposite sides are parallel, trapezium. One opposite sides are parallel, trapezium. If both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel, it is a parallelogram. But in case, like this is the situation, suppose one, it's a parallelogram. If you will make one interior angle is 90 degree and opposite sides are parallel, it becomes a rectangle. But suppose this is a parallelogram. If all sides are equal, that means adjacent sides are also equal and opposite sides are parallel, then it becomes a rhombus. If all sides are equal and one interior angle is 90 degree, then it becomes a rectangle. It becomes a square. Okay, and one is a kite shape. In kite shape, adjacent, one pair of adjacent sides equal, one pair of another adjacent sides equal, it is a kite shape. Okay, we'll discuss about the diagonals later on. First of all, we'll understand the types of the quadrilateral. Okay, after that, types of parallelogram, because your chapter which is basically based on parallelogram, so we'll discuss about parallelogram in detail. Okay, in parallelogram we know that one thing, that a quadrilateral having opposite sides are parallel is called parallelogram. Okay, so now we know that this only, that in a quadrilateral if opposite sides are parallel, that is a parallelogram. That is a parallelogram. One theorem, the theorem is, this is the theorem. There are many theorems in this chapter. One is theorem 8.1, the diagonals of a parallelogram divided into two congruent triangles. The diagonal of a parallelogram, diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. Diagonals of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. Okay, let us see. It is given parallelogram. What is the property of parallelogram which I told you? The property of parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. Given AB is parallel to BC and AD is parallel to BC. AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. Only this is given. To prove diagonal of a parallelogram, one diagonal is there. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. ABC is congruent to CDA. Okay? Proof. Okay. Have you remembered the congruency criteria? Previous chapter, congruency criteria, side angle, side, angle, RHS. In mathematics, we will not forget anything. Okay, whatever we have learned, we should preserve in our mind. These are the mathematical tools. We'll use these tools when we solve the questions. So again, coming the triangle ABC and triangle ADC is coming, and we are proving both the triangles are congruent. We'll have to use one of the criteria. Let us see which one is. In triangle ABC and triangle ADC. In triangle ABC and triangle ADC. Okay. Here AB is parallel to DC. It is given AB is parallel to DC and AC is transversal. AC is transversal. AB is parallel to DC and AC is transversal. Then pair of alternate interior angles. Pair of alternate interior angles are always equal. So I write here angle CAB is equal to angle ACD. It's okay. Angle CAB is equal to angle ACD. And second, angle ACB is equal to angle CAD. These two. What is the reason? Pair of alternate interior angles. So you can see that two angles and one side AC, and AC is equal to AC. Which congruency rule is using? Angle side angle. By angle side angle congruency rule, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. Therefore, by CPCT, both the triangles are congruent. Therefore, by CPCT, AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to BC and angle B is equal to angle D. Angle B is equal to angle D. Sufficient. So friends, this is the theorem. It is 8.1. Theorem number 8.1. It's a very important theorem. That's why I have proved it. Now we will understand other theorems as a property. Okay. So there are types of parallelogram. In types of parallelogram, there's a one theorem: diagonals of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. Okay. This is the way. Two triangles I have proved. By angle side angle congruency, both the triangles are congruent. By CPCT, we have got many conclusions. Opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, and obvious opposite sides are parallel. So the properties of parallelogram, we will remember In a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal. Okay. These four properties we have understood. One is parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel, opposite angles are parallel, opposite sides are equal. 3. And one more, we are talking about the diagonals. We tell you about the diagonal. So that is when opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal. If each pair in a quadrilateral, each pair of opposite angles is equal, then it is a parallelogram. Okay. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. And if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. Its a converse part is also true. Okay. So now coming to the diagonals of a parallelogram. Diagonals of parallelogram. Diagonals of a parallelogram. It's a parallelogram A, B, C, D. Okay. We are aware of the things in a parallelogram. AB is equal to DC. AB is parallel to DC. Angle A is equal to angle C. Angle B is equal to angle D. Okay. AB is equal to DC. AB is parallel to DC. Angle A is equal to C. Angle B is equal to D. AD is equal to BC. And AD is parallel to BC. We are aware of all these things in parallelogram. AC and BD. How many diagonals here? There are two diagonals. One is AC and second is BD. Diagonals are not equal. In parallelogram, diagonals are not equal. AC is not equal to BD. But diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other. That means OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. Diagonals bisect each other. How to prove it that diagonals bisect each other? We can prove it's a very simple way. In triangle AOB and triangle COD. Triangle AOB and triangle COD. In these two triangles, you can see both the lines are parallel, it is transversal. This angle is equal to that one. Same as this angle is equal to this one. So why angle, side, angle. Side is equal. Angle, side, angle, side, angle. Why? Angle, side, angle congruency rule. Triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD. Therefore, by CPCT, OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. So one thing also we have to remember that diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other. Okay. So now these are the things which we have understood. And one more thing, suppose any quadrilateral is given. Now an important point is coming. Any quadrilateral is there. Okay. And a quadrilateral, we are going to prove that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. What is given? Quadrilateral is given and we are going to prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So what are the sufficient things by which we can prove that okay, particular quadrilateral will become a parallelogram? Suppose it is a quadrilateral. ABCD is a quadrilateral, and we want to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. So first thing, it will prove that opposite sides are parallel. Will prove that opposite sides are parallel. It becomes a parallelogram. If we will prove that both the pair of opposite sides are equal, it becomes a parallelogram. If both the pair of opposite angles are equal, angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. Angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D in a quadrilateral. Then also it becomes a parallelogram. Number 4, if we will prove that one pair of opposite side AB is equal to DC and AB is parallel to DC. This is very important. If we will prove only one pair of opposite side is equal as well as parallel, one pair of opposite side is equal as well as parallel, then it is a parallelogram. If we will prove that two diagonals AC and BD, there are two diagonals. So I will prove that OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. Then it will become a parallelogram. So there are many things by which we can prove that to any quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay? Right? Any quadrilateral is given and we are going to prove that the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So we have many ways for proving it is a parallelogram. We'll prove that both the pair of opposite sides are equal, both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel, one pair of opposite side is equal and parallel, opposite angles are equal, and diagonals bisect each other. So in all these cases, it becomes a parallelogram. Okay. So friends, these are the properties of parallelogram. Now we can come to exercise 8.1. Exercise 8.1. Exercise 8.1 question number 1 is the angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13. 3, 5, 9, 13. Exercise 8.1 question number 1. Angles are given in the ratio 3, 5, 9, 13. 3:5:9, 3, 5, 9 and 13. What are these? These are the four angles of a quadrilateral in the ratio. Find all the angles of the quadrilateral. Find all the angles of the quadrilateral. Find all the angles of quadrilaterals. Okay. So I'll consider, let the angles be, because the angles are given in the ratio. They are not a fixed value of the angle. They are given in the ratio. So we'll consider, let the angles of quadrilateral be A, B, C and D. Okay. So we'll consider A is equal to 3x, not a fixed value. So we'll consider angle A is equal to 3x, B is equal to 5x, C is equal to 9x and D is equal to 13x. The one basic property of the quadrilateral, what we know, that sum of four angles of quadrilateral is 360. As we know that sum of four angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. So that means angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360. Substitute these values in place of ABC. 3x plus 5x plus 9x plus 13x is equal to 360. So that means 3 plus 5, 8, 9, 17, 20, 30. 30x is equal to 360. Therefore, x is equal to 360 upon 30. What is coming? 0 cancel 12. So x is equal to 12. Therefore, the angles are, angle A is equal to 3x. 3 multiplied by 12, 36 degree. Angle B is equal to 5x. 5 multiplied by 12, 60 degree. Angle C is equal to 9x. 12 multiplied by 9, 108 degrees. And angle D is equal to 13. 13 multiplied by 20, it is coming 12 3 is 36, 3, 12 3, 15, 156 degree. So these are the four angles of a quadrilateral: 36, 60, 108 and 156. How to check our solution that the solution is correct, yes or no? We'll check and add all these four angles. The sum should come 360 only, then the solution is correct. 6 plus 6, 12, 8, 20, 0, 2, 5, 6, 11, 11, 5, 16, 6, 1, 2, 3, 360. Sum of four angles of quadrilateral, sum of four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay. Now I am taking second question of the exercise. Second question of the exercise. Second question of the same exercise 8.1, which is, if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. The diagonals of the parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. Diagonals of parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. Okay. The property of rectangle: opposite sides are equal and parallel, and diagonals are equal. In parallelogram, diagonals are not equal. In rectangle, diagonals are equal. In rhombus, diagonals are not equal. In square, diagonals are equal. Okay. And obvious, the diagonals bisect each other in all these figures: parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square. Diagonals of a parallelogram are equal. It is a parallelogram. What is it? ABCD is a parallelogram. Now you can ask me why I have made the parallelogram like rectangle, because finally, eventually we are proving it is a rectangle. So ABCD is a parallelogram, yet it is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram, its diagonals are equal. Given ABCD is a parallelogram and AC is equal to BD, given. To prove ABCD is a rectangle, what we have to prove? That ABCD is a rectangle. How to prove it? Friends, if there is a parallelogram, we want to prove it is a rectangle. Only one thing is required, that is, if we prove that one interior angle is 90 degree, that is one R. Second thing, if this is a parallelogram and if you are going to prove that it is a rectangle, if you will prove that their diagonals are equal, it becomes a rectangle. Okay. So I think it's easy to prove us rectangles, parallelogram is a rectangle, to prove that their diagonals are equal. Okay. So ABCD is a rectangle. diagonals of the parallelogram are equal, then prove that it is a rectangle. Okay. Diagonals are parallelogram are equal. Okay. And the first thing which I told you, parallelogram to make a rectangle, one interior angle is 90 degree to be proved. First, the second point which I told you, that to prove that diagonals are equal, then it becomes a parallelogram. This actually we are proving in the question. Therefore, we are not using this concept. We are using one interior angle must be 90 degree. Okay. So, we can take any two triangle. Like first I have taken triangle DAB. In triangle DAB and triangle ABC. DAB and ABC. Now, concentrate these two triangles. One is DAB, second is ABC. Okay. AD is equal to BC, given because opposite sides are parallelogram are equal. AB is equal to AB, common, and AC is equal to BD, given. So these three things given. And these three things are the three sides of triangles. So what should I write here? By side, congruency rule, triangle DAB is congruent to triangle CBA. Therefore, by CPCT, DAB is congruent to CBA. Therefore, by CPCT, angle A is equal to angle B. Okay. Angle A is equal to angle B. Can you tell me what is the value of angle A? Since ABCD is a parallelogram, then sum of two co-interior angles, two lines are parallel, it is transversal, sum of two co-interior angles is equal to 180 degree. So I write here, since angle A plus angle B is equal to 180, co-interior angles. These are two co-interior angles. Their sum is 180 degree. Since A is equal to B, so I write angle A plus angle A is equal to 180. 2 angle A is equal to 180. That means angle A is equal to 90. If angle A is equal to 90, what do you think the other angles? In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So this is 90. Sum of these two angles is equal to 180. Therefore, it is 90. So what does it mean? All interior angles equal to 90 degree. And in a parallelogram, if each interior angle is 90 degree, what is? It is a rectangle. So therefore, ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle. Okay. So from the parallelogram, if you want to prove that it is a rectangle, we have two ways. Number one will prove that their diagonals are equal. Number two will prove that their interior angle is equal to 90 degree. So diagonals already given equal, so we have proved their interior angle is 90 degree. Okay. Next question I am taking. Question number 6. Diagonals AC of a parallelogram ABCD bisect angle A, show that it bisects angle C. ABCD is a rhombus. Friend, this is also the same question. If one is given bisector, second, to prove that by congruency criteria we will prove it. So I think you can prove it. Question number 6. Now let us see question number 9. In a parallelogram ABCD, 2 points P and Q taken on diagonals BD such that DP is equal to BQ, and we are going to prove that 4 things. This I am taking question number 9. Ninth question is, in a parallelogram ABCD, one given a parallelogram. ABCD. Parallelogram ABCD. B and D joining like that. There are 2 points. Here is a P, it is Q, and AQ, QC, it is joined properly. Things which are given, DP is equal to DQ, DP is equal to BQ. 1. Only this thing is given. In a parallelogram ABCD, 2 points P and Q taken diagonal BD such that DP is equal to BQ. Show that number 1, triangle APD is congruent to triangle CQB. Second part, AP is equal to CQ. This is by CPCT we can get it. Third is triangle AQB is congruent to triangle CPD. And fourth one is AQ is equal to CP. After that, APCQ is a parallelogram. APCQ is a parallelogram. APCQ is a parallelogram. 4 parts are there, but basically we are proving that these 2 parts, because these 2 are coming by CPCT, and then the combination result is this. Okay. Given. In the list of given, what should I write here? Only one thing is given, that is DP is equal to BQ, 1, and ABCD is a parallelogram. The short notice is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. Proof. First is APD. Concentrate APD, and second is CBQ. In triangle APD and triangle CQB, the 2 triangles I have selected, one is this, second one is this. Okay. Here AD is equal to BC. Why is it? Why AD is equal to BC? Because already given that ABCD is a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Second, DP is equal to BQ, given. And third one is, since AD is parallel to BC and BD is transversal. Therefore, this angle is equal to that one. So right here, angle ADP is equal to angle CBQ. ADP is equal to angle CBQ. This is alternate interior angles. Which congruency criteria is using here? Side, angle, side. By SAS, congruency rule, triangle ADP, triangle APD is congruent to triangle CQB. Therefore, by CPCT, may I direct write here AP is equal to CQ? AP is equal to CQ. Okay. First proof. This is second proof. Now coming to AQB and CPD. Now, in triangle AQB and CPD. Where is the AQB and CPD? AQB and CPD. Again using the same thing, AB is equal to BC, BQ is equal to DP given, and this angle is equal to this one, alternate interior angle. So may I write here, by side angle side congruency rule triangle AQB is congruent to triangle CPD. Same thing I have used. See, this is given equal, it is equal, and one this angle. Okay, side angle side. Therefore, again by CPCT, AQ is equal to CP. That is third part. Here is a fourth part. And now for find the fifth part, APCQ. By CPCT, they are also equal. By second and third, AP is equal to CQ, AP is equal to CQ, and AQ is equal to CP. So I write here by second and fourth. What did I tell you? For proving that it is a parallelogram, if both the pair of opposite sides are equal, then it is a parallelogram. So here, since by 2 and 4, AP is equal to CQ, AQ is equal to CP, therefore APCQ is a parallelogram. Okay, so these are the 5 proof of it. Got it? Nothing I have done, only proving these two congruent, therefore they are equal. These two congruents, they are equal. Okay. One more question is taken. Question number 12. 12th is, it's a so-called difficult question, but I'll make it easy for you. Question number 12th. ABCD is a trapezium. 12th question. ABCD is a trapezium. A, B, C, D. It's a trapezium. It is given that AB is parallel to DC. They are parallel. And AD is equal to BC. AD is equal to BC. Show that angle A is equal to angle B. Second, angle C is equal to angle D. And third one, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD. And then fourth diagonal AC is equal to BD. Many things to prove. Angle A is equal to angle B, C is equal to D, ABC is congruent to triangle BC. Okay. For proving angle A is equal to angle B, one construction is required here. Otherwise, we cannot show these terms. So for the construct, we can produce AB is produced and draw. Here what should be done is AB is equal to BC given. So what I am doing here, through point C, I have to draw a line parallel to DA, which intersect to the point produced AB, which intersect to the line produced AB. So produced AB, this is, and draw one line parallel. E. It is parallel to this one. This is the construction. So in construction, what should I write? Produced AB to E such that CE parallel to DA. Produced AB to E such that CE parallel to DA. Okay. Proof. Okay. First of all, we are proving that angle A is equal to angle B. Okay. Angle A is equal to angle B. I'll give the name here 1, 2, 3, and okay, this is also 3 because opposite sides are equal. So I am giving you the name of it. For proving that angle A is equal to angle B, actually we are proving angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Right? ABCD is a trapezium in which lines are parallel. Okay. So here may I write here one thing, since AD is equal to BC given, since AD is equal to BC, it is given, and ADCE is parallelogram, yes or no? Because one pair of opposite sides is parallel and second parallel we have done by construction. So both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel, that means it is a parallelogram. So ADCE is a parallelogram, that means their opposite angles are equal. That is why, and opposite sides are also equal. That means AD is equal to CE. So I write here AD is equal to CE. You say AD is equal to BC and AD is equal to CE. AD is equal to BC and AD is equal to CE. So what is the conclusion? AD equal, that means therefore BC is equal to CE. BC is equal to CE. In triangle BCE, angles opposite to equal sides of a triangle are equal. So I write here 3. In triangle BCE, angle CBE is equal to angle CEB is equal to, suppose, 3. May I give the reason here? Angles opposite to equal sides of triangle are equal. Last chapter. CBE is equal to angle CEB is equal to angle 3. So they are equal. Okay. Now let us see angle. Now angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to 180. Angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to 180. Sum of two cointerior angles of a parallelogram. Okay. And angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180. How is it? 2 plus 3 is equal to 180, linear pair. So this is linear pair. And this is co-interior angles. Interior angles. So 180 is equal to 180, angle 3 is equal to angle 3. What is the conclusion? Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. What does it mean? Angle A is equal to angle B. We have proved first part, angle A is equal to angle B. Right? Second, we are proving that angle C is equal to angle D. A plus D is equal to 180 and 2 plus angle C is equal to 180. Okay. Angle A is equal to angle B we have proved. So angle D, may I write angle D is equal to 180 minus 1 and angle C is equal to 180 minus 2. Is that okay? Angle D is equal to 180 minus 1 and angle C is equal to 180 minus 2. Since angle 1 is equal to angle 2, they are equal. So 180 minus 1, 180 minus 1. Angle BD is equal to angle C. Second part is proved. Now coming to ABC is congruent to triangle BAD. ABC is congruent to triangle BAD. Okay. So third part, ABC is congruent to triangle BAD. in triangle ABC and triangle ABC and triangle BAD. Okay, where's ABC? This is ABC and second is triangle BAD. One side is common, AB. So I write here AB is equal to AB, common. One side is common. Second, look at in this triangle, angle 1, and in this triangle, angle 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Proved. Third one, in this triangle AD and in this triangle it is BC. AD is equal to BC. Which congruency rule? Two sides, one angle by side angle side congruency rule. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD. Okay, this is third proof. And fourth proof is AC is equal to BD. By CPCT, AC is equal to BD. So I write here by CPCT, AC is equal to BD. So this is the fourth proof. Okay, right? Okay, thank you boys. In my next lecture, we'll have to take midpoint theorem and next exercise. Okay, till then, bye.